Welcome to Tenderly Made, a place where we take you deep into the untold corners of the human heart. Here we share life's unspoken struggles, moments of quiet bravery, and the truths we rarely say out loud. Today's story isn't about romance, love, fame, or success. It's about Derek, a man who spoke more to the ocean than to people. What kept him there? What was he searching for? And why, after years, did he finally walk away? Derek was the kind of man who moved through life quietly, like the tide itself. In the small fishing town of Grey Haven, everyone knew of him, but few could say they knew him. He wasn't the type to linger in conversation. He didn't join in at the local bar, didn't hang around the docks exchanging stories. But there was one thing no one could miss. Every morning without fail, Derek would walk to the shore, always before sunrise. He carried the same old wooden chair, paint peeling, edges softened from years of salt air, and set it in the exact same spot on the sand. 10 careful steps from where the waves rolled in. He would place the chair down and lower himself into it, sit completely still, eyes fixed on the horizon. At first, people thought it was just an odd habit. Maybe he was meditating, maybe he liked the peace. But it wasn't peace that kept Derek there. He didn't just watch the ocean, he spoke to it. No one knew what he said. Fishermen passing early in the morning would catch the faintest movement of his lips as if he were whispering to the waves. Children made up stories. Some said he was talking to mermaids, others that he was cursing the sea. But then came Mara. She was a young journalist who had moved to Grey Haven to escape the chaos of the city. One morning, curious about the quiet man by the shore, she approached him. Derek didn't look at her when she greeted him. His gaze stayed on the water. "Why do you come here every day?" she asked. His answer was simple: to listen. To what? She pressed. He tapped his chest once. To what I can't hear anywhere else. That was all he said. The next morning, Mara came again, and the next. Sometimes she brought him coffee, sometimes she just sat nearby. It took weeks before Derek began to share his story. He told her about his younger brother, James. They had grown up in that very town, two boys inseparable in their mischief. They fished together, worked on boats together, raced each other down the barefoot until the soles of their feet were tough as leather. James had the sea in his blood, always restless, always eager to set sail. Derek was the steady one, the one who stayed on shore, fixed the nets, and made sure the ropes were coiled just right. One summer night, a storm rolled in, fast and violent, the kind of storm the fishermen of Grey Heaven feared. James decided to go out on his boat anyway. I can handle it, he had said with a grin. Derek had been meant to go with him, but he was exhausted from the day's work. He told James to wait until morning. James didn't. The storm swallowed the boat. The town searched for 2 days. They found pieces of wood, a torn rope, a single boot, but they never found James. I didn't just lose my brother, Derek told Mara one morning, his voice shaking. I lost the moment I could have been there for him. I should have been there. From the very next day after the search ended, Derek came to that spot on the beach. At first, it was to apologize. Every single morning, he whispered into the roar of the waves, I am sorry, James. I should have been there. But over the years, the conversations changed. He started telling James about the weather, about the people in town, about things he fixed, meals he cooked. He told him when their mother died and how he stayed strong through the funeral. Sometimes, when the sea was still, Derek swore he could hear James' laugh carried in the wind. The chair aged with him, the salt air eating away at the paint, the wood softening under years of sun and rain. One morning, years later, Mara noticed something different. Derek came without the chair. He worked barefoot to the edge of the tide. The sky was painted with the colors of dawn, the kind James would have loved. Derek stood there for a long time. The water brushed against his toes. His eyes glistened. Then, for the first time, Mara saw the tears fall freely down his face. He whispered something the wind carried away, then closed his eyes for several seconds as if sailing that moment forever. When he turned around, he left the chair behind, half buried in the sand. That was the last morning Derek ever came to the shoreline. Some say he finally made peace. Others believe he still speaks to James, but now he carries the ocean inside him. And now this is the question. If you had a place where you could face your deepest grief every single day, would you keep going back? Or would you one day work away? Let me know your answers in the comment section.